to another video. I'm Felicia, and this week we are going to try to set up a routine and system around food, basically for this month, the colder months. It is currently like this going into the second week of November. It's Sunday, and last week I had made this schedule. I'll probably try to like put it up on the screen. But last week was just so chaotic that I didn't stick to as much of it as I would have liked to. So this week is a bit back to normal, and I just really want to try to keep up with it and see how the system is actually going. And so today is Sunday, and it was basically sandwich bread. Make a sandwich bread that'll be for sandwiches for lunches and stuff like that throughout the week, and do the grocery order, which I've already done the grocery order and I've already made the sandwich dough. So I'm just going to make the bread with you today, and then I'm going to go through each day and try to keep up with my schedule and see how well it feels like it supports me in terms of like a prep and plan to basically have everything that I need for lunches and dinners going into these colder months. I'm gonna put this back on my fridge. And yeah, we're gonna do the doughs. I actually did like a preliminary, like I did some of this freezing and prepping last week. So I'll go ahead and cut back to that. It's like the pre-portion of this. Right now I am about to freeze some soup and make a sweet treat. This is actually a chili. I don't think all soup is a chili, but I think all chili is a soup. I have like a little silicone baking. I think these are for like jumbo cinnamon rolls. It's the only thing I feel like I've seen them used for, but I've actually never used this for baking. I've only used it for this. They pop out easy, and you want it on a tray. Don't be like me. The first time I tried this, I didn't have it on a tray, and like, it's liquid. I went to pick it up. That didn't work. Learn from me. Tray underneath from the get-go. Okay, so we've already had a lot of this chili. I want some for tomorrow's lunch and then basically to freeze the rest. I feel like a serving is maybe like 1 or 2 pucks from here. I can't quite remember because it's been a while since I've done this. So we'll kind of see, but yeah, let's just see how much this fills up. This chili was so delicious. It's also really thick, so whenever I like unfreeze it or whatever, I can probably add a ton of like beef stock or water and like also make it more soupy if I want. I'm a big broth girl. Like I really like broths. So I'll probably do that. But if you like your soups a little thicker, like it's already thick. It's a thick. I mean, it depends on what kind of soup you have as well. Okay, due to the amount that I want to keep for lunch tomorrow, I'm just gonna do 4, but this is a perfect like starter soup kit for the winter. Yeah. I'm gonna pop it in the freezer and come back to it. I actually just had curry for lunch. There's just 1 serving left. Like it's not anything to write home about, but it's like the point is to integrate the habit of just freezing things while I feel good now. I can just keep cooking now, and then by the really deep winter, like I'll have stuff if I don't feel like cooking. So right now I'm just on a kick, so I'm just trying to save as much as I can. That was my lunch. I almost forgot about these, but I didn't. So yeah, you just pop them out. this is going in the freezer. And then something else that I didn't show you guys like a day or two ago, I made, these might look kind of funny, but they're just these like cookie logs, right? Okay, so basically my inspo was like the Pillsbury, like little pumpkins, little Christmas tree, the holiday cookies. I was eating them up and I was like, I bet I could make these. And I realized the thing I really liked about them is that I would just bake them as I wanted them. And so I would just have a fresh cookie every time. And I realized I don't really love the like day old cookie. Like I just want a fresh warm cookie every time. And so I just made some logs and I've just been cutting them off when I want cookies. And then I have a nice like kind of dense soft sugar cookie, which is just my preferred cookie. So like I thought once they were in the fridge I could manipulate them like a little smaller. Like that's kind of a funny cookie shape. So if you're doing this, just make sure the log is like exactly how you want the cookie to look. I obviously didn't put a little pumpkin on it or a little Christmas tree, but I don't really care about that aspect. It was more so just the flavor and just having a fresh cookie at hand. That's been my sweet treat for the last few days. And it's just so nice having fresh cookies. I just do 350 for about 10 minutes and have some sugar cookies. I just love having a sweet treat to warm up throughout the week. This is a little bit more wet of a dough than I'm used to.
There is a life I lead in this city, hurrying to cut my teeth. I can take what I need to get by. It doesn't make it easy. The other piece of my heart.
Now it's gonna prove for another 30 minutes, which works out perfectly because I just made a beautiful lunch and I'm gonna eat it and probably read and finish Piranesi by Susanna Clark. My book club's reading it this month and it is probably my favorite book club book so far. Like, I don't know. It's one of those that I'm like thinking about all day until I read it. And especially this last half, I just feel like I keep thinking about it and I can't put it down and I'm telling everybody about it. So highly suggest. I'm probably going to finish it this afternoon. They are all proofed up. Now the oven's just preheating and then they'll go in, and I might actually be using both loaves this week, so I might not freeze one this week, but I'm going to, the weeks I don't need both loaves, I'm going to try to get into the habit of freezing them, so then I just have some in the freezer. Oh my gosh. Okay, honestly, like this loaf looks so perfect. Like, I've never accomplished a loaf that looks this great. I am so excited to have this week. And yeah, this was basically Sunday. The groceries just got here, so I'm gonna put those away and then I will check back in with you for tomorrow's tasks, which I believe is just baking a sweet treat for the week. And I might do a lunch that I make sure to freeze half of tomorrow. So yeah, I will see you then, and yeah, I love having sandwich bread. We are to Monday now, and the only thing on the docket for my little schedule for today is to bake a sweet treat for the week. I think I really want to do pumpkin bread, which I know I did a ton in October, but you know, it's okay. It's actually the very first snow of the season ever today. It's like the 10th of November, which isn't specifically, it's kind of an early snow. Like I'd say, I think last year it was December 1st. So a little early. The flakes are just so huge. Oh my gosh, I've got to show you. There's such an excitement to the first snow. So I'm going to start with the pumpkin bread, and I might make a little dinner. I don't know yet. So let's get to it.
Somewhere in the great unknown, when I return from the afterglow, will you carry me like I am whole again? Wait, hold on, put me together, take me back where I belong. I want it all. I had a feeling, but the feeling is all gone. Wait, hold on, put me together, take me back where I belong. I want it all. I had a feeling, but the feeling is all gone. Feeling is all gone. Feeling is all gone. If I could take you back to my youth, show you what I wish I knew. My will is strong with a place to lean. In the moment I hung desperately, the other ring on my wrist is gold.
The secret to keeping stainless steel really easy to clean and like non-stick is to get it hot. It's warm right now. Spray, this is just olive oil. And it should be non-stick.
Bearing with the light it holds. When I return from my skin and bone, I'm remembering the words you told me. Wait, hold on, put me together, take me back where I belong. I want it all. I had a feeling, but the feeling is all gone. Wait, hold on, put me together, take me back where I belong. I want it all. I had a feeling, but the feeling is all gone. Feeling is all gone. Feeling is all gone. Feeling is all gone.
See how clean the stainless steel still is? It's like non-stick. some curry, and then I'll probably have a little bit of pumpkin bread after dinner. I'm just gonna go watch Top Chef with my partner. And yeah, there's actually no extra curry this time, but I still have some curry frozen from last week. So I'm still trying to make more dinners, but it doesn't always seem like it makes more, or we're just extra hungry. And yeah, I will catch back up with you tomorrow where we're gonna start a focaccia dough, and it says we're gonna cook some pork for ramen, but I actually already have pork. Well, I could do the other. We might still do that. Anyway, I will check back in with you tomorrow. We are now at Tuesday, and all I had on the docket today was to make a pork tenderloin so that I could have it for ramen throughout the week. But I already still have so much left from the time before that I'm gonna wait a few days to do that. And focaccia, make a focaccia loaf, and then I will bake it tomorrow morning. So we're gonna do that. It's actually kind of early. It's about 4, but I have friends coming over in a few hours, and I really want to just have it finished before they get here. So it might end up proving like 16 hours instead of 14, but I think that's fine. So yeah, let's get started on our focaccia loaf. And then I put this lid on, and yeah, it'll be ready in the morning. And now I'm going to make some dinner, but I don't have a ton of time, so I'll probably do it off camera. And yeah, I will catch back up with you all in the morning for our focaccia loaf. I am so happy with how this turned out. I feel like I need to get a little better at my pulling apart portion, because I feel like the middle kind of always sinks because I'm pulling apart from the middle, and I need to just make sure everything's more even, because you can see like it's sunk, but everything else is so fluffy. It's not a huge deal in terms of like, it's still great to consume. But yeah, just, you know, increasing those bread skills. But yeah, I am so excited to have this. And honestly, I didn't realize how long this sort of whole food video would be. So I think I'm gonna make it into two parts. Today's Wednesday, so it's like kind of halfway through the week, and then I know I also had footage from a bit that I was doing last week too. So I'll probably actually end this here and then do a part two of the rest half of the week, and like just get that together in two parts for you guys. But yeah, I am honestly just feeling so inspired with cooking right now and just setting up these systems. And I know once these systems are in place, like I am just gonna feel like I trust myself to have everything that I need so much more like on a frequent basis. I'm not always like scrambling to figure out when I'm making stuff and having stuff on hand. I'll know that I have enough stuff for sandwich bread or like whatever it is. So that's sort of the intentions behind like trying to set up these systems. So I feel really secure going into the winter, because the winter is just tends to be a little harder to implement really good things like that. So yeah, I will leave this off here. I have a whole other like scratch cooking um, playlist, kitchen rhythm, cooking, baking sort of playlist, that a lot of these recipes I'll go into a little bit more detail and explain on like solo. So be sure to check that out if you're interested. And yeah, I hope you all enjoyed today's video, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye, guys.